Hello friends, myself Shriram. In this video we will see how do we use commonly used functions of string.h, that means as part of string library support. So we'll understand how do you do basically concatenation to start with. So suppose if I want to do concatenation, then obviously I require to have two string. So let us say that I will say str1 as the first string, and then I will basically create it here using say Mumbai, which is one of the place in India. Okay, so we'll just have the first string as Mumbai, and then let us say I have another string str2. Okay, and here I will say that str2 is say 30. I will tell that. Okay, and then basically I will also initialize this str2 to say Bangalore. Now I want to basically do the concatenation basically. So what I want is concatenation. Concatenation. Okay, so that is what I want to do. So there is a support which I have told you earlier, like as part of the earlier video where I told you there are various support functions are available as part of string.h. So I will use this strcat. Strcat. You can see this, it comes here, and then it also tells how do you use this. Okay. So basically the way in which you can use it, you need to provide destination and then you need to provide the source. Okay. So let us say that I will do it here str2 and then str1. Okay. So if I just do that, then I am going to get str2 and then I can print str2. Okay. So I will just say printf and then percentage s, and then here we will just print str2. So let's see this in working. You can see this Bangalore and Mumbai has come. So what exactly has happened? str2 was already having Bangalore. To that it basically added Mumbai. So that's a very important point. Okay. If now you want to have another another say third string, then you can always create str3 and then you can basically copy into that. So suppose if it would have been like this, suppose if str2 was like this, okay, and then you want to copy it into the str3, then you can always do that using these techniques. Okay, so that means you can basically use this string concatenation and then use that one by one. Say if there is an empty str3, then you can always do that. Okay, so suppose if it would have been here say character str3, okay, and let us say this is of 40, and now you want to do that. Okay, so you can always keep on adding here. Okay, so instead of str2 here, you probably will have to give here str3. Okay, and then you first do this concatenation, and then in the this one str3 you can add str2 later. Okay, so you can simply do this and then you can do it second time, and here you can have 2. Okay, and then if I write here str3 and if I just execute it, so you can see str3 as Mumbai Bangalore. Why? Because now first str1 was copied into str3 and then to str3 we have added str2. So that's the way typically the concatenation works. Okay. Then you can basically use comparison also. Let us say that you want to compare two strings. Okay, and here we will create, obviously we will have to create a lot many strings. Okay, so right now I will just comment out this portion, and now we want to concentrate on comparison, compare. Okay, so I will just say string compare. Okay, so let us say these are the two strings are there. Now what happens when you do comparison? So basically it's going to compare, then it returns 0 if it is matching. If it is not matching, then it will return basically a positive or a negative number. That depends on how the comparison has happened. That means the ASCII value is getting compared and then appropriately it will do. So let's see this in action and probably we will understand it. Okay, So let us say that here we want to compare. Say I will have some variables, temporary variables. Right now I will use say a comma b comma c. Okay, you will see that usage. Okay, and let's say I will use a is equal to strcmp. You can say this function is there, strcmp, and then it says you need to provide two strings. Okay, so let us say that I provide here str1 and str2 as it is. Okay, I just provide str1 and str2 as it is. Right now assume that there is no str3. Anyway, we have commented out that portion of concatenation. Okay, so now you will see this. I just executed it. Obviously nothing will come, and now I want to print this a. What is that a? Okay, so let's see that now. So here now what will I do is I will print the value of a, printf, and then I will just do percentage d backslash n, and then I will print a. Okay, let's do that first. You can see one has come. That means it's not matching. Okay, and whenever it basically did it compared Mumbai with wherever it failed. So probably it failed here itself. Why? Because ASCII value of M is bigger than ASCII value of B, so it returned positive. Okay. Now if I would have given here str2 first and str1, let's see the output. It will return -1. So that's what I told you. Why? Because the very first variable m and b. So now I basically did b with m. So b minus m. So essentially it is a negative. Okay. Why? Because ASCII value of capital M is bigger than or larger than ASCII value of b. Now suppose instead of this str1, str2, if I would have given here say, let me just copy this, and here if I use, okay, let me just do that here, and let me use b for the time being. Okay, so that, and then I basically will provide str1 as it is, and now I will provide here say Mumbai. Okay, so I'm giving the string as this one, and now I want to print b. So I want to print b. Okay, so here I will just put b colon, and here I will put a column, so that we don't have any confusion. Okay, now let's run this. So a is -1 and b is -1. Why? Because Mumbai I have given here, and then here I have given str1, which is Mumbai, and here it is mumbay I have given. So that means here b also, and here we now need to print b. Okay, so there was a mistake. So let's do that. Copy and paste, and let's see that, yeah, now it is correct. Okay, so that's why I was wondering. Okay, so now b is 0. Why? Because Mumbai and Mumbai, the spelling I gave correctly. Okay, if I would have made a mistake here, say double I or something, Mumbai spelling, if I would have given Mumbai like this, then obviously it is going to give trouble. Okay, you can see this, it is -1. That means it's not matching. That means a number other than 0 basically is non-matching. Now you can decide whether you want to really make use of negative or positive number, because it's just doing subtraction. So when it subtracts a higher number, that means a number from another number, if the number is negative, then it tells negative. If it is at an ASCII value, otherwise it tells positive. So it's very simple. There is no complicated things with respect to that. Okay, so that's the way typically this comparison works. Now we can quickly take a look at copy. Though we have used copy earlier, but we can simply use this copy once again and we understand it properly. So let me just comment out all these portions now, and we will basically use this, and you can see the difference now. So here concatenation was ending, concatenating at the end. Now here str3, when we have str3 which is empty, then it will basically copy into that. So let's do that now. So we will call from here, we want to learn str copy. That is what we want to learn, copying basically. String copy is what we want to learn. So for that we will call this function strcpy. Okay, and now there is a destination. So here destination is str3. and I want to copy say str1, and then I want to print str3. So let me just print str3. Yeah, so it has printed appropriately, which is Mumbai. Yes, so it has printed appropriately. Now, if instead of str3, if I would have given here say str2, let's see what happens. And then I want to print str2. str2 was already having Bangalore, so let me just do that now. Now you will see what has happened. str2 when I printed, str2 got overwritten. str2 got overwritten, whatever the Bangalore was there, it went away, and you basically we copied str1 to the str2, and that's why str1 was Mumbai. In when we copied it to str2, it got overwritten, and that's why it printed Mumbai. Okay, and Bangalore got away. It basically deleted everything. So that's the difference. Concatenation adds in the end. That's why it is called. It ends in the. It basically is going to add the thing at the end of the existing three. So copy is just going to copy, irrespective of whether it has content or it doesn't have content. So that's the way these three functions, which are pretty commonly used functions, work. I hope you like this, though it is very simple, but you can now see the difference with respect to how concat works and how the copying works, because many people otherwise get confused. And then obviously compare is, when the compare is successful, it is 0, returns is 0, that means that value is 0, otherwise it is either positive or negative depending on the ASCII values. I hope you like this video. Thank you.